Hello, I hope you're doing great. Today we are going to continue talking about Blazor WebAssembly, specifically about display attribute localization. Now, before we continue, please remember to visit fairplaytube.pticostarica.com, click on the Buy Me a Coffee icon and select a donation of your preference. That will help us keep the videos and products free for you. Let's continue. So, one of the things that sometimes you may want to do is customize the way your text is being displayed. Pretty much your properties titles. So let's say, for example, we have in here visits, name, publisher, price, and details. That's actually printed from the property name. Um, Sometimes you can hard code the titles, which is not recommended. Another way in which you can do it is you can get or use the name of a strategy in C#, which basically allows you to get the name of the property you pass inside the parentheses for that. And you can also use display attributes. The display attributes are basically used to configure how you want that property display be rendered. Those are usually used in MVC applications. So you may have seen in MVC applications that you have things like HTML.DisplayFor, and inside the DisplayFor you basically pass an expression indicating the property that you want the display for, right? Now, as far as I know, Blazor WebAssembly or Blazor does not have that implemented by default, right? So today we are going to see a small example on how you can implement it while also supporting the localization for those resources. So let's go to the code. In here, you will see that we have this page and it says display helper.displayFor. We pass the actual type we want to get the properties from. We pass the expression, and that's basically what we do. But you see that if we go to this function, uh, this has some custom code which receives an expression, right, with the model and any type, right, an object, because it can receive any type. Uh, then we evaluate the node type. If it is a convert, we basically have to get the body as a unary expression, right, and then the member expression, right. We cast this to a member expression. If it is not a convert, if it is not a convert expression type, we can convert the body directly to a member expression. Then what we do is we get the member expression dot member property, and that will basically give us the property information. Then we check if that property has a custom attribute of type display attribute. If it does not have, we throw an error. I haven't localized this, but that's the idea. Throw an error so the developer actually knows that it needs to add the display attribute for that if it's going to use this function. And if the display attribute exists, we basically get the name and we return it. This get name will basically get this. You see that in here we have the display name, and that get name will basically get the value of this property name. And this property currently is configured to retrieve the value of a property with this name in this type. So we will go to the video job model localizer dot title display name, and you see that this one is actually using the iString localizer to retrieve the localized value using this key. Using this key, we will go. This is the key name in the database, right? And the default value that we have in the database is this one in English, right? And now you will see that, for example, I already printed this, and you see that this one is titled in Spanish, right? And if I change it, it should say something else too. So this is a way in which you can implement your DisplayFor in Blazor WebAssembly while also supporting localization. This is really, really good, and it makes your applications um, to support multiple cultures in pretty much every part of your application, at least on your um, web application, right? Um, so I hope this has been helpful, and thank you very much. Have a great day. Please remember to visit the Buy Me a Coffee page to support us to keep the videos free for you. Have a great day.